Rhonda Rousey versus Holly Holmes. Gratification, people. Gratification. I like Ronda Rousey as a fighter, man, but like she's like too emotional and she thought a little too much of herself. I know when you're a professional fighter, you're supposed to know that you're the best and this and that, but there has to be some sort of humility about you. There are great champions out there who are very humble. Holly Holmes being one. She's always been a humble chick. I've been following her since she was actually boxing. And and you have Andre Ward, who's a very humble guy. You have Manny Pacquiao, that's humble, and even a handful of UFC fighters that are humble. You know, I don't really follow UFC much, but you know there are some guys there that are pretty. You know, Uriah Faber, he's pretty humble. So on and so forth. But I am very, very much gratified. I feel a lot of gratification in Ronda Rousey's loss. I don't mean to sound mean by saying that, but I think I feel just as good as when Maidana beat Adrian Broner's butt. He needed that butt whooping. He needed it, just like Ronda needed her butt whooped. I mean, you know, at the weigh-ins, before the weigh-in, she was cool. You know, she was showing respect to Holly Holmes and all this, and then she decides to turn it up at the weigh-in. And even then, Holly Holmes was like, you know, she's a quiet storm. She ran up on Holly, and Holly was like, I ain't having it. And I think she felt how strong Holly was in that weigh-ins, man, when she kind of half pushed, half punched her. Like, you know, I don't care who you are. You know, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. And, you know, Ronda getting all upset and didn't even touch gloves before the fight. You know, even Holly Holmes extended her fist to touch gloves. She didn't want to touch him. She wasn't humble. Wasn't humble at all, but I bet she is now. You know, and everybody's talking about a rematch. Of course, there's a rematch clause when someone of that magnitude gets beat. You know, they're going to rematch him. But I hope the same thing happens again. Dana White was sick. Dana White was, excuse my language, he was butthurt. Ronda Rousey looked past Holly Holmes, and Dana White was looking past Holly Holmes because he even said it in the post fight conference. You know, I was saying something about Christina Cyborg. That was supposed to happen. Now it's not. You know, because you know we got to deal with this. He looked completely past Holly Holmes, man. He just knew she was gonna lose, and he was sick about it, bro. He was sick about it. But you know, you keep fighting, you're gonna lose. If you don't have the ability to pick your opponents like someone in boxing who's retired, who's not a true champion in my eyes, who's not the best ever, then you know you're gonna lose. I bet you Dana White hated that he matched that fight. I bet he hated himself for putting that fight together because he did not think Holly Holmes was gonna win. I thought she had a better chance than any other the fighters that fought Ronda Rousey. But in my mind, I thought she was going to lose too. Excuse me, I really did. But I figured it was going to be a tough fight. Holly Holmes, thank you, you deserve it. You know, you were a phenomenal boxer. You've tasted defeat before in the ring. I seen when that chick from overseas, I don't know if she's from Germany or Russia, knocked you out. You know how it feels to lose, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to lose again. But Ronda, humble, man. Humble yourself, dude. Quit thinking you're all that. You know, you're not invincible. You keep fighting, you're going to lose if you're not picking your own opponents. But then again, anything could happen too. You just never know. It's a fight. I'm happy for Holly Holmes. I'm just so ecstatic that she won this fight. And in a rematch, I hope it happens again. You know, and then later on, she can, you know, just make a run down the line in the weight division. Props to Holly Holmes, man. Ronda Rousey, get a little bit more humble, man. Stop getting beside yourself. It was a good fight. Glad I watched it. Peace out.